Sorry, voice of the Mr. crept in there. I was just so overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed by the applause that we're getting tonight, Jonathan.
Well, it's inevitable, isn't it?
Just
There are so many people
this is
here.
the kind of thing that never happens at the Emirates Stadium. This kind of noise from a bunch of people in the stadium.
Particularly not with 15 minutes to go, anyway.
No, not with 15 minutes. We'll be here. Yeah, you know, they're all still here. Take note, Spurs fans. None of them have left early, even though they know they're in the final 10 minutes.
We are 4-0 up, though.
We are 4-0 up. Every time we're 4-0 up. Now, this part of the show is the home straight. We're going to have some Chelsea chatter stats and some news and stuff. But as I said, there is no Chelsea chatter to read the stats. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I am Stamford Chidge. This is the Chelsea Football Fancast, and I'm terribly rude. And I never ever introduce us back because I've been very sloppy tonight. Let's slap on the wrist for being sloppy.
Can you
slap on the wrist for being sloppy?
Say who we are?
Yes, I'm going to. Jonathan Kidd, Pablo, Dan. All right, blimey. Right.
What about the benches?
We'll get to you lot in a minute, because actually it's now going to be time for Chelsea chatter stats read by Darren Mantle after this wonderfully funny sting.
I never knew Chelsea had so much history.
So I interfered with the
Darren,
end bit. Do apologise.
Shush, Jonathan.
Mr. Chidge, I have some stats for you
Do
today.
you now, Darren?
Drew them up myself. So here's the first one. Chelsea have now played Tottenham 150 times, with 163, 38 have ended in a draw.
Lovely.
The Blues, they're unbeaten in their last 27 home games against Tottenham. The last Spurs win came in February 1990, which is before 5 of Saturday's Tottenham squad were even born.
Hooray!
Jose Mourinho is unbeaten in all his 75 Premier League games at Stamford Bridge as Chelsea manager. Frank Lampard is now second in the all-time Premier League appearance makers. He overtook David James in his 400th league start for the Blues. Super Frank has also played more games for Chelsea against Spurs than any other player, overtaking the previous record of 29 set by Ron Chopper Harris. Samuel Eto'o has scored 300 goals in his club career. Branislav Ivanovic won 150 games with Chelsea. And finally, the stat of the week. Demba Ba is the first player to score 2 goals against Tottenham as a sub since Tommy Baldwin in 1966.
His name is Tommy Baldwin.
He's the leader of the team.
What's it?
Team
Enough,
fine.
because we haven't got time. That's some brilliant. Those were, Darren's just bent over.
Quite literally.
If anybody,
worse.
oh no, now they can see. It's ruined it. They were brilliant stats this week. I'm just wondering, just as a quick thing about that stat. that stat about Frank having played more games for Chelsea against Spurs than any other player. I mean, I wonder how many. I bet you Frank's stats against Spurs would probably read that he's probably only lost in about 2 or 3 of them.
Lost 2, been sent off once.
Yeah.
Thank you. I did that without moving my lips.
Now, we have to move on. Thank you, Chatter. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how to get more of Chatter's stats, it's very, very easy. You go to his website, which is www.chelseachatter.com. And, of course, you can follow him on Twitter at Chelsea Chatter. And hopefully he'll be back with us next week, so that'll be great. Now, it's time for a bit of ye old Chelsea news. Round up, Chelsea news, round up. Come on, stingage time, lovely. Get your Chelsea news here, hurry up. One of these days, I'm going to suddenly cut away from that sting and cut to the benches, and they were all jigging around. They were playing imaginary bongos. I just love it. Now, the news this week, of which of course there is loads, as always. Now, first up, Chelsea Supporters Trust end of season party. I hereby announce that there is an end of season party for the Chelsea Supporters Trust. It is on the 9th of May, it is in the Black Bull, and more important, the special guests are Mickey Thomas and Joey Jones, the legends of the 1984, that would be 30-year anniversary of them going back up to Division 1. It is lovely. Be nice, you can have a longer look at that if you need to, because there's some information on there, but the salient information is that if you want a ticket to this, CST members get priority, £20 a ticket, and you go to events at chelseasupporterstrust.com to get those tickets. Hurry up. How many are we doing? We got a few left?
Not bad.
Yeah?
Selling quite well.
Yeah.
I don't know how many stews sold on Saturday because I wasn't at the stall.
But hurry up, basically.
Yeah,
hurry up.
Yep.
Now, another thing you've got to hurry up about is it's also the last week for the Safe Standing survey for Chelsea supporters, which the Supporters Trust and a lot of other people like us, CFC UK, CFC Net, the Podding Shed, you name it. Every significant and important Chelsea group, so like the supporters group, supporters club, all of that, look, everybody's involved. We're all got together because it's really, really important that we never see this photograph with Tim Rolls and Cliff Auger holding up a scarf ever again. You know, we're going to show this every week until you lot of all, and I mean all 300 million Chelsea fans out there have signed this thing. But in all seriousness, you've got until this Sunday. It says Sunday the 16th of March, but I think it's actually Friday, isn't it? I don't know, whatever. The sign-off date is the 16th of March. You need to go to chelseafancast.com. That's our website. If you go to latest news in the On the Blog section, you will find the blog that we've written, which has a link to the survey. Get in there, fill it in. It's very important. Right. Now, talking of events with legends, we have another Events with Legends about a week after our one. And this has got our great mate, Paul Cannavale. Canners is organising this, and he'll be there. And he's going to be joined by Pat Nevin, possibly Mickey again, Kerry Dixon, and Big Doug Roovey. I'm tempted to sing the song. 3-0 down, 4-0 up. Big Doug Roovey messed it up. La 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 la. But there you go. So loads of great people there. It's on May the 16th. It's in the David Lloyd Health and Fitness and Bushy Road, Rayners Park, and you can get tickets by emailing rodney.george@virgin.net. So hurry up and get on that. I think the tickets are about 15 quid. Now, more importantly, Canners is on the show next week. Our mate Canners is on the show. Whoa, it all got mentally legend-like with shirts. I know, I'm so excited I would have done that too. Anyway, moving on. You've just seen a shirt that was actually graced by the lovely Paul Cannavale. And that tells you that there's stuff going on with the wonderful CampoRetro.com people. And I can tell you that this week, for another week, they are selling off their shirts, their Chelsea retro shirts, for only £20, which is a significant discount and do not want to be dismissed lightly. If you want to get a cheaper Chelsea retro shirt, you saw it on the screen there, but you go to CampoRetro.com. Get in there, people, because it won't last forever. Now, finally, as my mate Chelsea Cheddar would say, the new CFC UK is out and about. You can get it at the home games at the CFC UK stall. You'll find a few of the sellers at the away games as well. It's a work of art, this thing. There's some great writing in there. If you can't actually get your hands physically on one at the stall or at the away games, you can always download it digitally, I believe, and you can do that by going to cfcuk.net. How about that? And now, at this point of the evening, I have to say, sadly, that it is time to go, and I look at my script and I find out what's happening next week. But of course, I was lazy yesterday, and I didn't actually bother to write it. So I'm not going to repeat what we heard last week. I'm going to make it up as I go along.
You do that.
Yeah. We will be back next week for a stonking hell of a show. As I said, Paul Cannavale is going to be on the show. That'll be great. I don't know who else we've got on yet. I haven't even thought about it, but I know that Canners is going to be on, so that'll be fun. I know who else is on. Daniel Klassen from Vancouver. Danny's coming over, the only other Rush fan in the world. So we'll go all Rush on you next week, so that'll be mental.
So then we're going to do like a 38-minute bass solo.
We will. Me and Daniel will perform with spoons and a comb the entire La Via Strangiato.
It might just be you two and Canners on next week, though. But
I don't think Canners is going to stick around for that.
Canners is a soul man. He's going to be sitting there going, what? But anyway, it's going to be a great show, so do please join us and have as much fun as we have had this week. Now, you can email the show during the week at chelseafancast.com and get hold of me and see if you want to be on the benches or if you want to ask us a question and you're on CFFC. And, of course, you can always tweet us at ChelseaFancast. And if you want to watch the show, obviously watch it here live. You can watch it on the website live. That's chelseafancast.com. You can go and get a Sports Tonight app. And you can watch it on your mobile phone live. It's all great. But if you miss it, don't panic. It's repeated 3 times every day on sportstonightlive.com and, of course, at chelseafancast.com. And, of course, in a day or two, I will put the playlist up on our YouTube channel. And, of course, I'll be putting the podcast up, which you can get from iTunes and all reputable download merchants. And some disreputable ones as well. But, of course, actually, you can listen to the podcast directly on the website now. If you go to the website, go to the latest show, and there's a little embedded player. You can either download it or you can listen to it. I love it. I love the new website. I love it.
It's good, actually.
It
yeah.
is, isn't it? You like it?
can't-
Have you
I
seen
like
the-
it too, yeah,
you've
yeah.
seen the-
I like it too.
I don't like.
Benches? Sorry, go on.
I don't like the picture you've got of me though. Can I provide you with another
Well, I
one?
did ask you for one. Did I put the one of you as Stanford the Lion up there?
Yeah, that would have been interesting. 'cause
I'll do that one.
Yeah, just to be
Yeah.
in the line, you wouldn't know it
Well,
was me.
send me a proper picture and I'll put it up.
Okay,
Benches, do you like the website? Yeah, they're loving it. Yeah, a lot of love for the website. No, I'm really definitely loving it too. It's been brilliant. Right, I'm afraid it is time for us to say farewell, arrivederci, and goodbye. Dan. Great to see you as always,
Being
mate.
emotional.
It has, hasn't it? I just love beating Spurs 4-0. How much fun is that?
Beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? Pablo, great to see you tonight
It's great
as always.
fun. And it's great playing in front of a packed benches as
It
well,
is,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Yeah. Brings
Yeah.
the best out of us.
I've got a bit sloppy tonight. I have to say I've been a bit sloppy, you know. I missed a few cues.
I never recover from the trauma of sitting next to you.
I love the fact that I switched wings. I think tactically it was the right decision, and I
Yeah,
think we
very-
went
very good,
forward.
very
We went
good.
forward as a force
Yeah,
thereafter.
very
But
good,
Jonathan,
I was-
lovely.
and always a delight.
Always a
Always
delight to
delight
see you, Lovey.
Always.
Right, now I've got to say cheerio to my benches. This will take all night. Look at you lot. It's fantastic to see so many of you here. We are applauding you for a change. How about that? Darren, you have been a genius in the hot seat as well tonight. But I've got to say very quickly, Teresa, Rami, Chef, Dan, Harry, Yusuf, and the lovely Chris from New Jersey. You have been brilliant.
What about me?
And I
about
got to
you?
you. I said you were lovely. Shut up.
Yeah,
You've been
but come on,
brilliant.
do me at the end as well.
We got to go. Right. Been brilliant to see you all this week. Thank you to Greg and to Harriman and to Jalil in the gallery. You've been fantastic too. And you lot out there, thank you for listening and watching. See you next time. Until then, keep it blue, keep it carefree, and keep it Chels
Up the
shells!
Got